Okay, here we go. It's time for an update on the Lincoln. So we'll just run you through a little bit of a quick history for the new subscribers if you watch it, and kind of where we're at and kind of where we're going. We had a plan. Plans change from time to time, so let's run through it real quick, and we'll end up right back here in just a hot second.
The LOVEBOAT, a 4,240 pound, $500, 1 year only, 5-liter Lincoln Town car that we thought we were going to make into something awesome, like a race car. It was just a fun little joker, and the first thing we did was kind of start looking under the hood, and it was a complete mess under. There's a lot of stuff. So like anything, we started figuring out how to ways to make it go faster, tuning it up. Obviously, weight loss, interior is the first thing to go. So we started ripping stuff out to see what we could get out of it. We got the carpet, the rear seats, the front sway bar came out of it. We were getting everything we could to get the weight off of it, and it was a tub to begin with. Then we started working on a shorty belt, getting the AC out of it, bypassing the power steering, putting a set of underdrive pulleys on it, getting rid of that, and cut the exhaust off just so it was factory mufflers or factory manifolds, 8 factory H we got out from under the interior, the dash, a bunch of stuff. We put some gauges in it, a tack, so we could see what the heck we were doing. Oil pressure gauge. It, got it to where it'd actually do a burnout. Yes, we had to pour water on the ground, but we were having a lot of fun with it. It's a little bit of a clown car. We also put 456 gears in it before we took it to the track, and we relocated the battery in the back, and we went and reweighed it, and it was pretty good considering where we started. First track trip, very first race was a victory. We ran 10:42. We ended up running, I think, a 10:38 or something, so that was a decent baseline for it because, realistically, it was a slow piece of crap. Yeah, that's Kevin in the other lane getting hammered. Now, granted, he did beat me like 2 more times. So the next mod was shorty headers, H-pipe, some mufflers. We also kicked the front bumper out of it to get a little weight. That's about 30 pounds. Took it back to the track. The exhaust got us like a 1007, I think, right in that area. Yeah, we got smoked, sorry. But we ended up running a best of a 1007. Made a really big improvement. So also we were running slicks the whole time. Next mod was a 65mm throttle body with a board EGR spacer and Explorer upper and lower intake, and we took it back to the track. And as you can see, it's hard to tell that if it's any faster because the videos, it's slow in every one of them. But we did break into the 9s. It ran a best of a 990, and it kept picking up mile an hour each time we did a mod to it. Then HO cam, boom tube, Mustang SDEC computer. That also picked us up about 1,000 RPM in launches or in shifting. We also kicked the rear bumper out of it to move back to the track. We ran a best of a 964, if I'm correct on that. And, it just kept picking up, getting a little faster each time. So our next mod was to put in a Roadrunner non-lock little converter. It's like a 32, it's supposed to be 3500. Took it back to the track. That really helped out. Didn't help the mile an hour, but it knocked the 60-foot way down, and we were pretty happy with it. The weather was starting to cool off a little bit, so we could really start making some hay. This was our best pass when we put the converter in of that night. We went 189, went at 917, but the mile an hour didn't change. We took it back on a really cold night, and it ended up running a best of a 907. It ran 907 twice. So at this point, we figured it was time, to do something about the automatic. We, obviously we're not automatic guys, so we didn't want to race. So we started doing the stick shift swap. And that pretty much brings us to where we currently are now. It's been in a state of transition since this time, and we are trying to just push forward on this thing, but it's been hard. We've had a lot of stuff, so let's go.
Well, there you go. You've got all the information about the Love Boat. Well, maybe not all of it, but you got enough to kind of be up to speed of what's going on. The last time this thing was at the track, it went 907 best pass. We were just going to do the T5 swap and take it back, fuel injected, and that plan got bombed out. So let's look around the car and kind of talk about it for a second. We had a plan. Plans change, not a big deal. Plans get delayed, so on and so forth. So let's look at that real quick, and we'll finish this off. All right, not much has changed from where we were at originally. As a matter of fact, nothing has changed from like the last Lincoln video, except for the fact that we have changed directions just a little bit. Still doing the 5-speed. I had some stuff going on here, and we just got to put that stuff back in. We got to get the dash mounted. We are still doing some weight loss stuff. We're still considering the trunk lid deal because it's heavy, and we're thinking about trimming it out and putting it on pins and all this kind of stuff. Some people have advised against that, but we're race car guys. Oh, I don't want to say we're race car guys. We're street car guys that have stuff that's like really race car-y or something, but I like it like that. So I don't like it to be all plush and all this other rigmarole. We also we're working on our wiring. We're gonna just do the wiring deal like the LTD. So we haven't put the other window back in yet. We're gonna just leave the factory windows for right now and do the Lexan later. A lot of times it's just a money priority thing. What do we need to do to get things going? We did get technically a part that's going to play into our situation. So let me show you that real quick. We are deep, deep, deep into the movie magic now, people. Deep. I mean, deep, deep, deep. All right. Seems like we've been on a shopping spree lately, but man, we are working on cars, trying to get cars going. This is something that we bought. It may not make a lot of sense to everybody. And honestly, I don't know if it makes sense to me either. Let me see what I got here. Sorry, can't see anything. Junk. All right, wow. Hey, hats off to whoever wrapped this. I'm gonna try and get it open quick. I bet the UPS store wrapped it. Wow, they went all out. It is an MSD distributor, steel gear. We weren't really looking for this, but the price was right, and I know we have a lot of distributors. I'm aware, but we need a lot of distributors. Like I said we need a lot of distributors. So this is pretty much going to keep us solid on distributors for a little while. Now it's just figuring out where I'm going to put them all. But MSD, hard for me to pass up. Already had steel gear, set it for the roller cam. So we got that at a pretty good price. The guy was selling something else that technically I shouldn't have bought, but I did. And because of a situation that I find myself in, and we made, that's actually a pretty nice box. You know what this looks like, right? Find ourselves in a situation that someone is making some noise about racing. We may oblige them. Look at this little dude. Look at this little dude. What's up, bro? Welcome home. Welcome to the house. Look at this. Look at you. That's right, kids. It's the Torque. We got us another one of these twisted Torquers. Good shape. Everything looks good on it. They use blue RTV. You know, that's crazy right there. That's nitrous. That's what the nitrous guys use. When you see blue RTV on a motor, you know that's nitrous because they see that color and they think that it's NOS RTV, that it'll hold the motor together with just this blue RTV. You don't even got to use gasket. I mean, you don't even use a head gasket. You just get some of that. You want to get it in the 5-gallon bucket, not in the squeeze tube. That's what lightweights, amateurs use that. You get it in a bucket with a trowel, like a concrete guy, and you just smear it across the deck. Okay, just get you a good half-inch layer there, maybe half-inch or so. Just smear it across. Then you let it slightly cure, and then you cut out your 4-inch bore or 30 or 60 over. However, nitrous guys are crazy. When you got a nitrous car, you're going to be 60 over in no time flat. That's probably about 8 passes. You're going to be ready to go 60 over. But you cut it out like a cake or a donut or anything bakery related. You cut that out and you just stick the cylinder head on and just screw her down with the impact. That's literally a head gasket. With this blue RTV, you can't use any other RTV to do that, okay? No other RTV, not ultra black, ultra gray, any of the magical stuff that the pro stock guys use or top fuel guys, anything copper, none of that'll work. Just this NOS colored blue RTV. You can only do it with that. And literally don't have to even use a gasket on the car at all. You can literally make every gasket surface seal with this on a nitrous car. Only nitrous cars can do that. So don't make the mistake of getting a nitrous with black RTV. You'll blow your shit up. So, I mean, it'll either blow up or it'll melt down. That's the only 2 options. Okay? So stay off that gun if you don't have the blue RTV. Anyway, this right here, with a twisted torquer and the level of RTV, this is probably a 2-gun unit, So give them both barrels. Anyway, we got this little intake, and we're going to put this little rascal. I don't know why I like these intakes. They're actually really kind of crappy. The one I got supported, so that's why it worked. But we're going to bolt this down, and we're going to go raise some hell with it. And good deal. It even came with carb studs. Not that I'll probably use these. I'll put a spacer on it. But all right, cool. Check this out. I bought that with my own money. My very own money that I earned myself. Look at me. It's red too. That reminds you of a tarantula, like a black widow spider. Which those are 2 different spiders, but you get the idea of what I'm saying. So, all right, cool deal, man. Look at us getting these cool kid parts. It's because we're cool kids. All right, hold on. Woo! Shots fired. Someone's on the bottom. On the gun. Okay, so, whoops. So what was I alluding to about? I don't want to say a call out, but Kevin had mentioned to me about the 55 and wanting to race and all this kind of, or getting, competition for the Lincoln or the LOVEBOAT. So I have decided for the moment that we are probably just going to run it with the factory LOPO, which has an HO cam in it. But these heads, God, these things are so terrible. David did a video on the E6, how the valves, the combustion chamber has so much shrouding in it. It's amazing. We've got our little headers that, these are actually Headmans. They got a part number on them. They're Headman headers. These things are actually, I don't want to say expensive, but they're like $250 or something at Summit, which is crazy to me, but whatever. We'll just run these little headers. We'll we've already got, you can see down there, you may not be able to see it, but we've got the, whoopsie daisy. We've got the bullets down there. So we're gonna bolt those on. And we're just gonna use this. We'll probably put a spacer on it. We put spacers on all our intakes just because we like to. Again, still looking at weight loss stuff. We're, as you can tell, we're gonna piece together some things. And we certainly plan on having this car at the track before summertime. Special Ed and Trojan and the silver car and even stuff I want to do the FLTD have kind of pushed this thing once again towards the back burner. But we're still getting parts for it. Obviously, we're collecting parts, and while this may not be the ideal intake, it's the one that I got, and I like those things, evidently. So we're just going to run it with this motor. Probably going to leave the HO cam in. I thought about putting a cam in it, but that just opens up another can of worms. We're not there yet, so I haven't 100% decided if I'm going to swap cam or even swap heads. I know, why don't I just put this motor in, which is what is going to end up in it. Why don't I just do that now? I don't know. I just like going through the process of, hey, I do this and I do that, and then start nibbling away at it. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me sometimes either. But that's where we're at. We're going to use this motor, and I mean, I'm pretty comfortable saying that I think we're going to be somewhere in probably the mid-8s or something. I mean, I don't know. I don't ever really know. We'll see. Also, with how much the car weighs, I'll be curious to see about that too. So anyway, that's pretty much kind of where we're headed. The big news is staying with this motor. Hey, puppet. With this motor versus going ahead and putting the aluminum headed HO motor in. So, all right, well, let's wrap this up and get it done. Well, there you go. I know, I just got off work. I'm kind of tired, and I got a lot in my head of stuff I got to get done, but in this being one of the things, get this video done. So that's where we're at with the LOVEBOAT. Again, still working on some weight loss stuff, and but the big news is that we're going to just go ahead and run the LOPO. Like I say, Kevin was, whatever, race, so. Also, Big Block Kyle, we kind of had a little thing going with him with the bootlegger truck and the Lincoln, and so this maybe put us in striking distance of that thing, and then we'll put the motor in after. Maybe we'll get some of the bugs worked out of it or kinks worked out of it or anything like that. Then we can put this motor in and see where we're at. I really hate using those E6s. Those things are terrible, but it is what it is. So anyway, that's it. That's the LOVEBOAT update. I hope that for some people that like this car, that's good news. Again, this is a project that I fully intend to get done. It just keeps getting pushed back, but under no circumstances is it like, oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm changing my mind. No. This is going to get done. It's taking me a while. So anyway, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for supporting the channel. We appreciate everything that you guys do for us. And thanks for watching. Until next time on the Substandard Leader in Fox Body and I guess Lincoln videos on this here YouTube. We'll see you guys in the next vid. And yeah, we got some coming because we got a lot of work to do.